Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 1 of Season 3 here in the Youth Road to Glory series on FIFA 18. We are now in the Championship. Pre-season time, of course, with Nîmes Olympique, Cesena and Roda in our pre-season group. Obviously, considering we're still not in the Premier League, we'll be going month at a time per upload until we reach the Prem. Very busy month of August, so as you can see. And then we'll be out of the transfer window and pushing further forwards towards the next transfer window. We've got two emails to start us off. One is the arrival of Andre Franck Badimo, a player who we believe to be the Samuel Eto'o regen, and Joe Pigott has left us on a free to go to Scunthorpe. I have listed a number of other players onto the transfer list, most notably Lyle Taylor and Kwesi Appiah. We're going to move on. The only two remaining non-regen players in our team now, and I'm looking to actively bring in a number of strikers. As you can see, I've got a few players on my shortlist from the free agents list that I think will be decent, but I will want your feedback. I believe this guy, Steven Makeras, is actually a Stefan Lichtsteiner regen. So we'll have to wait and see what his stats look like. Physically, he looks like he's going to be pretty decent already at just 18 years of age. Technically, he looks okay for just 18. We'll have to wait and see what his individual stats look like, but I believe he's a Stefan Lichtsteiner regen, especially considering it says right back, right mid as well. So I am keen on bringing him in. I've got a couple of centre-backs here that I'm not sure whether they're regens or just genuine new players. Got a 19-year-old 6'6" Portuguese centre-back here, Roderick J. Lourenço Ferreira. Sprint speed looks like it's good. Looks like it's good. Strength and jumping look decent too. Obviously, technically can be improved, but looks like he might be pretty handy. We'll wait and see what the full scout report looks like on all of these players, of course, before making a definitive decision. We have Michele Ardemani, or Ardemani, I don't quite know how to pronounce that, with the silent G in there, but he looks okay physically, but technically it looks like he's lagging behind a little bit, so I might not sign him, but I wanted to put everybody that I was contemplating onto this shortlist. I'm scouting Sepe and Mere, so I believe one of them might... Whoa. Looks like physically Davide Mere is going to be very good. I believe one of them is going to be Barzali's regen. Players like Chiellini and, as you can see on the list here, Zlatan Ibrahimovic are still playing, so no regens for them yet. But Sepe or Mere, I believe one of them is going to be a Davide Barzali regen. Interestingly, they're both at Torino. But we'll have to wait and see. One 6'3", one 6'6". We have a French left back, Ludovic Andreu. Acceleration of 83 to 93. Good balance, good stamina too. Technically looks like he's going to be decent at just 19 as well, with okay ball control, decent crossing, decent dribbling. Tackling I can obviously improve, but at 6'2", I can get a decent physical left back in. That would be great as a good backup to our current left back Dimitrov. Obviously, I have a few other young left backs at the club, but none of them really of quality. Zlatan, we're still waiting for him to retire so I can try and sign his regen. We have an Argentinian striker here, Ignacio Mancinelli. I'm not sure if I don't think anyone that's a free agent is a regen, is it? I think only players that are actually signed to a club are regens, although I might be mistaken, and feel free to let me know if I am. But Mancinelli here looks like he's going to have okay sprint speed and acceleration, okay agility. 2-star weak foot, 3-star skills isn't the best, but he is 6'2". Good ball control to start off with. Finishing is going to be between 52 and 62, which isn't amazing, but it's not the worst as well. I'll have to wait and see what the scout report looks like on him. 5'11", Jose Leon da Silva Jr. is another 19-year-old we're looking at. 3-star, 3-star for him, 5'11". Acceleration's okay. Basically, physically looks okay. Technically, he looks okay, although finishing 40 to 50 is pretty disappointing, so I'm not sure whether I'd go for him. We have two Spanish free agent regens, and then one that's at an MLS club, who I believe might well be a David Villa regen, although he says he's left-footed, although actually it says everyone's left-footed. I think that's just a glitch that in the transfer hub it says everyone's left-footed, even though when you actually sign them they actually aren't. But 4-star skills for Alejandro Miguel Pons and 3-star weak foot. Looks like acceleration, sprint speed, agility and balance is going to be good for him, as well as ball control, crossing and dribbling. I think he might be a David Villa regen. I will wait and see what his stats actually look like. High-low work rates, which is good. High-low work rates as well on Pombo Escobar. He looks like he's going to have decent agility. Not sure what the rest of his physicals will look like. Technically, decent ball control and dribbling, but finishing again lacking. But 18 years of age. And then Estepa Munoz, 3-star, 3-star, 6'1". Looks very good physically. And technically, again, lacking, but can be trained. I'm going to be looking to sign multiple strikers, though. Multiple strikers. Because, of course, we only have currently the one regen. So I am going to need a number of players. So I'll probably sign 3 of those 4, to be completely honest. What I will do as well is get a Scout Future Star for this season too. Fingers crossed they're not going to be a centre mid. I've got so many central midfielders at the club already. I will be looking to move a number of them on, if possible. But the squad is still looking very strong. Dimitrov, of course, at left-back. We have Marin Ruiz, Sensi, Bejarano, McLean, Rose and Hagland as centre-backs. McLean is now on the transfer list. I'm looking to move him on. He doesn't have any decent potential overall. So we will be moving him on. Rose has got the little green arrow next to him in training, so he could grow quite well. Hagland doesn't, but he's going to be a good backup player. Bejarano is obviously a free agent we bought in. Sensi, Marin Ruiz were very solid for me last year. So I have to wait and see how everyone grows. Lugano and Hara, still my 2 Scout Future Stars from Season 1 and 2. And then we have Schwartz, who's going to continue to grow, hopefully. And then, of course, the young guy we have in our youth setup still, who I believe isn't yet 16. Indeed, he isn't, but 93 to 94 potential for George Cooper. So I'm going to start training him this season as well. I believe I started training as well already. I did. I started to train Andre Frank Badimo very heavily right from the off because I want him to grow quite significantly. And I'm hoping that Nicholas Schwartz can start to grow, and I might take Castaneda out of there and put George Cooper in on the next week. I haven't entirely made up my mind at this stage. With regards to what the board want from me, though, I'm hoping they don't want too much from me league-wise. Youth-wise, sign 1 player to the CD team in the same season they were scouted, play them in either 10 games. And then sign 4 players in the youth academy assigned to each of the following positions. So I need to sign a goalkeeper, a defender, a midfielder, and a forward through the youth academy. So that's going to be interesting because sometimes I don't even get goalkeepers. Well, we've actually found forwards quite hard to come by as well, thinking about it. Long term, again, they want us to increase season ticket holders with at least 10% of the stadium's capacity. That shouldn't be too much of an issue here in the Championship. Financially, they want me to finish the season with £2.6 million unspent allocated funds. Well, I've started the season with 2.5, so that's going to be quite difficult. However, I will try and raise as much money as possible with the side of Lyle Taylor and Kwesi Appiah, and maybe we might just be able to do one of these two. Want me to finish the season with a profit margin of 8.8 million? That certainly won't be achieved, I can guarantee you that. In the league, they're quite happy for us to just avoid relegation in the Championship, which is good. I'm really not expecting to go back-to-back promotions here. It took us 2 years to get out of League One. I'd be very happy with just a bottom half finish, avoiding relegation this year in the Championship. Round of 32 in the FA Cup. Of course, we won't come into the competition until the 3rd round, being a Championship side now, and obviously continentally. We're not doing anything. Do have a transfer budget of around about £2.2 million, but hopefully we can improve that as the season goes on. I'm actually not sure where to send my current youth scouts. I am going to send them away. Actually, I'm tempted to fire this guy. Let me wait until I've sold, Kwesi or Lyle, because I want to upgrade basically Alexander Eriksson to a 4-star 5-star or a 5-star 5-star if I can. I'm going to send Callum Moore again to England, but I'm going to do it for 6 months this time around, and I will ask for technically gifted players if possible, and then I'll send Ewan McDonald. Some people, again, saying to go to South America, but I've not had much luck in South America. So I'm going to send Ewan McDonald to... actually, let's send him to... Genuinely no idea here. I'm tempted to send him to Italy. I don't think I've sent anyone to Italy yet. So let's send him to Italy for physically strong players. And we'll see what we can get there. And I don't want to send this guy out and waste the money... waste like 200 grand sending him out if I don't have to, if I'm going to perhaps be replacing him. So I'll hold off on sending the 3rd scout out for now. We'll wait and see if we get any offers in for Kwesi and or Lyle Taylor. With it being, of course, pre-season, I'll play one game today, considering it's the opening episode of the season, opening episode of the season. George Jackson wants to play, so we've almost got, I think, judged by how long I've been recording, almost 10 minutes of me just setting up the season so far. So I'll play one game, we'll simulate the rest of pre-season, and then we will progress further into the transfer window and into the championship season in tomorrow's episode. But I'm going to have to auto-replace Bejarano, who's currently out in international duty. But this will be the first game that we'll play today, and probably the only game that I play today. Bedimo will start up top alongside Kwesi, and I think the starting lineup is as I would prefer it to be. So we'll leave it like that for now. Yeah, we'll start with... I think this is going to be the starting lineup I start with, unless I obviously sign another striker between now and the beginning of the championship season, which we may well do when we get scout reports back on everyone we're looking at free agent-wise, and or scout future star. Please be a striker. Right, okay. Let's head into the first friendly, see how Bedimo does on his unofficial debut, his first appearance in a Wimbledon shirt, and hopefully come away with a win. Well, actually, one thing I do want to show you, which I'm actually quite frustrated about with Bedimo, is the fact that he has 1-star weak foot and his low work rates. 1-star weak foot. So, kind of going to have to use his right foot or his head, because his left foot is going to be useless. Good header by Sensi. That just hits Hara, but at least it drops to McCall. Hara will go across here to the left back, Dimitrov. I'll fire that into Kwesi. And we'll look for Bedimo, who turns well. Bedimo could save by Valette. That was on target, needed saving. And where's Bedimo? He's on the edge of the box. Why is my 6'6" striker hanging here 40 yards out? That's not what I need. I need him in the box trying to get on the end of it. I don't quite know how I can change that. Is there any way tactically that I can... You can't really, can you, in FIFA, set corner tactics and positions for corners for certain players? Obviously in FM you can completely dictate how your tactics go from corners, but I'm pretty sure I can't do that on FIFA. Bedimo could be in again here, gets it under control, and the shot pretty tamely wide, but he's had 2 chances already. Bedimo, get there, well done. That's where his 6'6" frame comes in handy. Kwesi just trying to get away here, arriving is Samuel de Jong. Kwesi gets nailed. Walker, Dave Walker in the box. Dave Walker gives us a 1-0 lead. Nicely done. I'm really hoping that either his physical stats start to improve, or I get a great left winger as a scout future star perhaps. Or one of my scouts pops up with a winger with pace. Because Dave Walker is really good for his level technically, but physically he's not there yet. And if his pace improves, then he could become a deadly winger for us out on that left-hand side in the Championship. If it doesn't, then I genuinely might have to consider replacing him. But if we can do things like that more often, then maybe I might have to second guess that. Into the box here, back to Vladishimos, and into Falseria, and they're about to equalise. They haven't, they've hit the post, thankfully. My sack clearance gone to Kwesi and not my 6'6" striker. Bedimo. Kwesi holds the shoulder well. Across to Bedimo. To McCall. That's 2. I think I'm going to be starting McCall more so than Wright or Bell on the right-hand side. Scored a crucial goal for us at the very end of last season in the playoffs. And I've been impressed with him on this right-hand side. And, most importantly, he's been growing really well naturally without me training him too. So I might have a new right-sided midfielder, or a new starting right-sided midfielder. He's kind of quote-unquote new, because he's been here for a while, but he hasn't been anywhere near the starting 11. But I think now he will be on a consistent basis. Bedimo involved in that move as well and gets himself an assist, which is nice to see. McCall will turn and actually... Oh, I'm going to look for Bedimo again, but I misplaced the pass. Vlachodimos with a throw, back to Diabate. Nîmes Olympique looking for a goal back to then look for an equaliser. Valdivia will cross this ball into the middle of the area, and we'll see what happens. Decent delivery. Underneath it is Marine Ruiz, sorry. No strength there from Bedimo, unfortunately. Hopefully that will improve as he ages. And the save goes on. Good save by Bennett there. Speaking of saves, try and get this down the line quickly to McCall, but that's failed because Cooper's first touch was just outrageously poor. Fire this through there to Kwesi, but picked off by Hesisane. They've got some really odd names in this Nîmes Olympique side. Honestly, some of them, just a glance as they pass the ball about, are so difficult to pick up and say, yeah, Hesisane. Terrible. Ripart into Falsuria, and then it's 2-1 Nîmes Olympique. Absolute mouthful in commentary, some of these names. They've pulled a goal back though, Nîmes Olympique. It's 2-1 here. Blacademos around the corner there to Savania, into Davies. Davies into the middle. That is so unlucky. The first touch of the man in the middle. Oh, the first touch of the man in the middle, and it bounces straight off into the striker's bar 5 yards out from goal. 2-2. Valdivia into Bozuk. Mr. Davis. Through the gap nicely to Tioub. He's got the stamina here. He's gone for the shot. He'll score and win the game, certainly, for Nîmes Olympique. From 2-0 up to 3-2 down. We have been positive in this game, though, and we have played well. So it does give me confidence that we can do something in the Championship this season. Slightly frustrated to have conceded a third, to be completely honest, but never mind. Again, it is only pre-season, and we have shown positive signs. Poke that through to Badimo. It's not quite going to reach him, annoyingly. He's had quite a few chances in this game, Badimo. With it being pre-season, probably not going to have shown you extended highlights of this game. But he did have a number of chances, Badimo. Let's have a look. We had 9 shots, 8 of which were on target. And Badimo had 4 of those shots, 3 of which going on target. So he got man of the match, actually, there, didn't he? He had the little ball symbol next to him. So he's done well enough. Roda faced Cesena and won by a 1-0 there in the other game in the group. That will be the only game that we play in this episode, but we will simulate the rest of the month. Ewan Wright is out for 8 weeks. Great. That's wonderful. Absolutely bloody superb. Never mind. It just complained as well about being slightly frustrated about not being on the starting bench. I literally subbed you on, and then you came off again because you got injured. It's not my fault. Badimo improving, though, which is good news. I'll try and get Castaneda over the 60 rated mark, so then we can see what his potential is, and then I'll swap him out for the other centre mid, George Cooper. Hoping we can get on loan bid for Alistair McCall, a left back, 60 rated. I shall accept that, Cheltenham. You can have him. We've got a surplus of left backs and a surplus of centre mids. A number of players are already still out on loan from last season. We'll just auto-replace Ewan Wright. There we go. Right, what can we do in the rest of this group stage? There is some money to be made from this pre-season tournament, but even if I win it, I only get like 2.1 million. So I'm not overly fussed about how far I go in the competition or in the pre-season tournament. But Dave Walker's scored a goal for a second game in a row. And we currently lead by a goal to nil as we head towards the hour mark. They've equalised through Moncini. We've gone back in front. Dimitrov at it again. Oh, and again! 2 goals for Dimitrov in the 59th and 69th minutes. Who needs a striker when you've got a left back that just bangs goals in left, right and centre? I will, out of curiosity, check what his finishing stats. What is your finishing? 48, apparently. He just scores goals. The man is a machine. Anyway, moving forward, we've got Roda next. They're pretty much, well, they are guaranteed progression through now. It's just a case of whether we can join them or whether it'll be Nîmes Olympique that go through in our place. Although I guess if we lose and Cesena win, maybe Cesena will go through. We'll have to wait and see. We will actually. Shall I rotate slightly? I don't really see the need to at this stage. I won't. We'll have to auto-replace the unavailable player, but hopefully we can get a win here as well and get some money from a pre-season tournament. Do drop the video a like, by the way, if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Let me know in the comments if there are any players that might have regens at this stage that you think I haven't looked for yet. Zlatan is still playing. Chiellini is still playing. I think I've already got the Hutchinson regen in Samuel de Jong. I think we're looking at the Barzali regen currently and perhaps the David Villa regen as well. So, are there any others that I could look for? Dave Walker with a brace. He's banging the goals in pre-season. That will see us through to the next round. And a decent enough boost to our finances. What are we going to get from that? £484,000. Dimitrov out for just 3 days with a bruised tail. Well, thankfully not too long. We have Dresden of Germany in the next round. We shall have a quick simulation of training before simulation of another game. Castaneda is up to 60 rated. Now let me just go and check his potential. Let's see what that is. What is your overall potential, Castaneda? Is it going to be something that leads us to believe that you're going to be truly world class, or is it going to be something different? Castaneda has potential to be special. That's the 90s. That's the 90s. I'm going to keep training Castaneda. Most certainly keep training Castaneda. And as soon as Badimo gets up to 60 rated, we'll have a look and see what his potential is as well. Hopefully it's quite high. A loan offer for Marcus Hughes that I will actually reject because he's going to be a good rotation player for me this year. Transfer offer for Gordon McCall. Now, Gordon Taylor is my winger with the 5-star skills, so I am open to let Gordon McCall go permanently. So we'll move him on. I've got a surplus of players in certain positions, and out wide in midfield is certainly one of them. You're not feeling up to it. Okay, Vasil, it's not a problem. I'll take you out, mate. Don't need to... Oh, Jeeps. Yeah, no, he's definitely not feeling up to it, is he? Let's throw... Where's Young? Oh, Young's on the bench. There we go. Right, I could really do with that left back, couldn't I? From the free agents. We'll wait and see what his scout report looks like. We should get that back before the end of the month. I think it was just 18 days for him. Auto replaced Bejarano again on international duty on the bench. See if we can get ourselves through to the final. Wow, 2 goals in the opening 11 minutes, 2 minutes apart. Hauptmann followed by Ruben Hara, not from the penalty spot, as was the case numerous times last season. Walker takes a pen and misses just after the half-hour mark. Into the second half and towards the hour mark we go as Kwesi scores a second for us just before said hour mark. Then Hauptmann scores his second and Dresden's second to equalise. Are we going to go to extra... No, it goes straight to penalties, doesn't it, in pre-season? And we lose on penalties by 4-3, unfortunately. So we are out of the pre-season tournament. Not to worry. It means we can get our transfer stuff done sooner rather than later. We get an extra 700 grand added to the prize fund. Hagland is unhappy with the amount of football he's playing, but I'm sure he'll survive. Let's take Young out and put Dimitrov back in. Put Young on the bench again. Right. Now I should get my scout reports back before the end of this month, and we should know whether a couple of players are worth signing or not. I think I'm definitely going to sign the Swiss right back, regardless of if he's got great potential or not, because I just need numbers in that particular position. But we'll wait and see what all of these emails are. We've got some scout reports there. I just saw one for Junior. That was the Brazilian guy with about 7 different names, wasn't it? Badimo up to 60 rated now as well. Great. Right, let's go and see what his potential is. Please be good. Please have a good potential on you, because I'd hate for someone to be that... Well, I guess I could just continue to train him, couldn't I? Badimo, showing great potential. That's good enough. That's good enough to give me hope that he can continue to progress. Right. God, so many scout reports. Gordon McCall sold. Okay, that's good news. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I think that's everyone, isn't it? Almost everyone. We'll go through and have a look at them then. Let me just get rid of this, and then we'll go through and have a look on the actual transfer hub page. Delete email, delete email, delete email. Right. Now, are any of these players actually going to be worth picking up? Let's see. The right back. 87 acceleration, 76 sprint speed, 79 agility, 74 balance, 71 jumping, 79 stamina, 66 rated overall. You're in, lad. I'm signing you. Welcome to... Well, hopefully welcome to the club. I've got to get him to agree to terms first, but this guy could be pretty good. Important player. You will be. I don't think he'll start over Cooper, but I might actually have to have a comparison of stats. Contract length, well, hopefully as long as possible. You willing to sign 5 years? They are. Good. No release clause, that's fine by me. I don't want any of my players to be poached. Wage-wise, have they got any expectations? They don't. I'll offer you £4,000 with no signing bonus and see if they'll accept that. And indeed they will. Good. Welcome to the club, my man. New player in. Right, 70 rated centre-back. Lorenzo Ferreira at 19. That would mean if Hagland is complaining, I could get rid of Hagland immediately and throw this guy into the mix, couldn't I? 70 rated. I think I'm certainly going to sign him. Let's do that now as well. He's valued at £2 million. That's another important... I'm not sure about crucial, but I'll give it to you. 4-year deal. To be fair, he might be able to... If he's 70 rated, I'll have to... I'll have to compare stats with players that I've already got. Are they going to have any expectations salary-wise? No. Oh, God. I can afford the majority of stuff here. I'll offer £6,000 a week, and hopefully they'll just accept that off the bat. 4,008. Well, that suits me down to the ground. Signing bonus is 66 grand, and the clean sheets thing, that's fine. I don't mind. I'm just getting it done. 60 rated. I'm going to say no to you, I'm afraid, my man. Sepe and Mere we're still waiting for full reports on, so we'll wait and see for those two. Andreu, the left back. Yep, I think I'm certainly going to sign him as well. Again, needing backup in that particular position. 67 rated will most certainly be my best alternative left back, and we appear to have a really good alternative right back as well with the Swiss guy we've just brought in too. Will they accept 3 years? Okay, good. No release clause, suits me down the ground. And wage wise, they're going to have any expectations? No. Again, I'll offer just above what they're currently it says the recommended wage is, and they'll sign it. This has been a good window for us so far. I'm very pleased. Right, 60 rated, 58 rated, 59 rated, 57 rated. Still waiting for full. All physical stats. I like the look of this guy. I think he might genuinely be a David Villa regen. Miguel Pons. I like that. I'm not sure what to make of these guys. 72 acceleration, 77 sprint speed, 71 ball control, 78 acceleration, 75 sprint speed, good agility and balance as well. And he's 6'1", 72 dribbling. Yeah, his dribbling and ball control is good. I might sign him 3-star, 3-star. I could sign him as well at 58 rated, and Mancinelli. 6'2". I tell you what, they're all probably ball control. I'm going to sign Mancinelli, Estepa Munoz, and then maybe Michele Pons as well. I'll definitely sign the first one. I'll wait for a scout report on the guy that we think is a David Villa regen, because I'm probably going to need to buy. Well, I am going to need to buy him, and in fact, we might have the same issue with him as we did with Badimo last season. In that, I'm not actually able to sign him in this season. I'll try and sign him on. Well, I should have offered 5 years to be fair, but never mind. Disregard release clause, and £2,700 a week is perfectly fine with me. We can afford all of these wages thanks to our decent enough budget. Right, Estepe Munoz. Can I try and approach to buy? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to sign Michele Pons until at least January, if not next season. But that doesn't matter. I'm very excited about the potential of bringing him to the club. Let's bring in Javier Estepe Munoz as well. I might sign one of the other guys as well, but we'll have to wait and see. They're quite happy for rotation. They want 4 years. I'm quite happy to accept 4 years. Disregard release clause, and then again it should be a case of simply offering £2,000 a week. They should accept that straight away. 19, 58 rated. In fact, I'm quite happy to accept that. 15 appearances for 26 grand. I can't bother to do all the maths of figuring stuff out, but that's 5 new signings we've made today, and I'm very pleased with all of them. I do like the look of this kid. Will they let me loan him? No. Okay. Now, do I sign one more of these guys then if I can't get him? Let's wait and see what the other scouts come back as, because we've still got another month, haven't we? Still got another month until the end of the window. So I might hold off and then see what you guys say and see what our scouts bring up for their first month out looking in August. And wait until we get full scout reports back on those. There we go. A loan offer for Patrick Strachan. He's a young right back that I will be willing to let go out on loan to Luton for a year. And Davide Mere. Is he going to be 64 rated? I don't think he's going to be worth my while. I don't know what his potential is though. That's the thing. 6'6" though. I mean, yeah, height's important, but I don't get so engrossed on height that I disregard other stats. Right, let's take. I'm gonna have to. I think I'll compare stats off camera because it was going to take me ages to go through. Maqueras and no, I really don't need another centre back, do I? I really don't need another centre back. So we will disregard the 2 Italians unless we definitely think that one of them is a Bozzali regen. In which case, I'll be willing to sell someone that I've already got. I may even sell Bejarano, considering he was a free agent, not a genuine scout youth regen, and I don't believe he has the potential tags. Let's have a look, shall we, quickly. McLean, he's just transfer listed. Rose showing great potential. Hagland, nothing. and he wanted to leave, didn't he? So I will actually list him. Showing great potential, just at the club. Contract expiring in 12 months. I'll have to deal with that, and with Marine Ruiz as well. I believe at least one of these two. I think it might be Marine Ruiz. No, it's Sensi. Has the little green arrow next to him in training, so he's going to be a good potential player. I'll have to go through at some point and address the contracts as well, if there are a number of players whose contracts are expiring in 12 months' time. Rick Karsdorp was signed for Everton. Strachan has rejected the loan move. One thing I can do now, though, is actually go through those. A transfer for Dimitrov? No, not a chance, I'm afraid. And Strachan rejected that loan move. Right, what I can actually do is do this and have a look through. So Padimo has the little symbol, that's good. Massinelli does as well, which bodes well. Estepa Munoz doesn't, but he's very nearly 60 rated, so we'll be able to see his potential soon. Actually, just while I remember, before I move on, because you know what my memory's like, let me see what Massinelli's potential tag is. Massinelli just says at the club since 2019. Okay, well he's got the little thing next to him, so presumably that means he's going to be decent. Again, let's have a quick look through. So then, midfielder-wise, McCall, Walker, Wright, Bell, Castaneda. Basically, every one of my wingers has the little symbol next to them. Neumann has potential to be special. We know that much. Oh God, so many centre mids. I know Schwartz is going to be great, and we know that Cooper's going to be great, who's currently this kid. So I can let a couple of others go. Riley Campbell maybe, Albrecht maybe, because Lugano, De Jong, Hara, Schwartz and Cooper are going to be 5 that I'm definitely going to want to keep. A lot of choice there. With regards to centre-backs, Sensi has the thing, Lorenzo Ferreira does, Rose does, Hagland doesn't, Marine Ruiz doesn't, it is Sensi, and Bejarano does not. So perhaps... haven't I got another... I'm pretty sure I signed another centre-back. Why is the other guy not there? I think full-back-wise... Cooper does, Young does, Strachan does, Andrea does, and Makeras. He was the other guy I was thinking of. He's a wing. He's a right back, not a left back. So I've got 7 centre backs. I'm going to sell Hagland. Might consider and sell McLean. So I'll be left with these 5. I'll be left with those 5. But Rose has got good potential, and Lorenzo Ferreira and Sensi do too. And then fullback wise, I'll have to compare Makeras and Cooper. Andreu will be my backup to Dimitrov. And centre back wise, I think I'm going to go Lorenzo Ferreira and Sensi and drop Marine Ruiz to the bench. Literally just thinking at one. And goalkeeper wise, Bennett keeps growing on his own accord anyway, so I don't need to worry about that. Right, I want to continue to train Castaneda, didn't I? Because he's got the potential to be special. We do have a number of players now that hopefully should grow quite rapidly of their own accord with the potential to be special tags. So training should be slightly easier to figure out this year. I apologise if I've just completely waffled on for ages at the end of this video, but there's so much to talk about with regards to the start of the new season and improvements for this championship season. I'm very excited to getting stuck into for the next episode on Thursday. We've got a report on Sepe, 65 rated, 6'3". I think I'm set with centre backs. I think I'm set with centre backs. Scout Future Star. So no, it's another bloody centre mid. Potential of 62 to 80. How? Whoa! Oh no, there'll be potentials, won't they? I was like, hang on a minute. 62 to 80. How is that a future star? I'll call him up now just to see what his actual stats look like. Oh, the one thing I didn't want. Was another bloody centre mid. Oh, I'll have a look at Mikel Ep1's as well in a moment, but let me just go and have a quick look at this centre mid guy. Where are you? Moraes. Nothing special. 2-star weak foot, 1-star skill moves. I'll keep him, but purely to sell him on at some point. That's particularly disappointing. My Scout Future Star every year has been a centre mid. First 2 years looks like he's going to be decent. This third season, he's dog awful. 61 rated currently, Alejandro Michele Pons. 86 acceleration, 85 sprint speed, 84 agility, 83 balance, 74 dribbling, 61 free kick accuracy, 68 ball control, 66 crossing. I very much like the look of him. I think he's a David Villa regen. I will try my absolute hardest to sign him whenever the first opportunity for me to be able to do so is. Now, because we have a number of other strikers now, I'm going to go... Mancinelli was the one with the potential, wasn't it? So I'll throw Mancinelli into the starting lineup and we'll put Munoz on the bench. We might not be anywhere near as effective in front of goal the first few games, or even this first full season in the Championship, but hopefully it won't take long to get to grips with Mancinelli and Badimo. Mancinelli, 2-star, 3-star, left-footed, medium-low work rates. And then the other striker, Esteban Munoz, was 3-star, 3-star, wasn't he? Yes, medium-low work rates as well, also left-footed. Okay, I'm pleased. I'm pleased with what we've done in this window. Let's put Maqueros on the bench. Lorenzo Ferreira, I was going to compare stats. Like I said, I'll do all that off camera, but Marie Ruiz doesn't have the tag or the little squiggle line in training, so I'll put Lorenzo Ferreira and Sensi in. I think that's 2 6'6" centre-backs we've got now there, isn't it? Sensi 6'5". 6'6" centre-back, 6'6" striker, 6'6" goalkeeper, and a 6'5" centre-back as well. Unreal. Bejarano I'll take out, and we'll throw Rose on the bench, considering he's going to be the one that has the growth tag as well. Andreu, I will not put on... Actually, I'll put Andreu on in front of the other guy. I'm really pleased with that. Hopefully you guys are as well. I'm going to stop talking now. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already. I will see you next time.